I'm rolling the window up here to make it a little quieter. Got a quick one to tell you. Anyway, it's fresh out. Just still holding the pen. All right. I'm calling this Principle of the Will, but it's a really, well, you'll see what it's about. Morality and duty are applications that criticize conduct. Then using the standards of that application to determine its relationship to the principle of the will. Principle of the will. So we're going to come back to that. Okay, so morality and duty are applications to it. Okay, anyway, here we go. This is what I was trying to understand about session players. Here's my current dilemma. Why are they so lame and uninspiring? It's because of their musical morality and their corresponding duty to profit financially from it. I mean, I kind of knew that in the 70s. That's why I refused to ever be in a cover band. I mean, that was the big thing. If you want to make money, you joined a cover band. And I said, no, I could tell in my soul, in my heart, I knew that was wrong. I mean, I don't mind playing one or two specific songs, but that's only because I wish I wrote them. I'm not playing them because anybody else wants to hear them. In fact, if you actually look at my playlist during the 70s, I was playing songs nobody ever knew. I mean, with very few exceptions, I was playing really songs that I wish I had written. They're very creative and very out there. It'd be fun to go through that and take a look sometime. But here we go. Without the financial reward, there will be no duty to that nightclub or performance act, because their duty is to collect payment. Their morality is to judge a gig as better if it pays better. Okay, so one more page here. This is about session musicians versus me, a creative musician. As a creative musician, I am disgusted by this no pay, no play attitude towards music. Just like a jukebox, no matter how much you sweet talk it, the jukebox won't play a song until the quarter drops. This also means that the quality of their performance is directly linked to the amount they are paid. Even their enthusiasm and enjoyment of playing music will be determined by the amount of money you put in their hand. So I'm not going to play at flappers. I am not going to learn how to be a musician on standby who is unconcerned about expressing himself creatively or intellectually. I'm not going to learn to be a bad musician for $50 a night. I need the money, but I abhor the skill of selling myself for background music. Yeah, that's it. I mean, I feel a lot better. It's been really kind of twisted at me because I really wanted this gig and I'm trying to work in with these guys. And they call it jazz, and that's really the joke. And I'm going to make a few enemies here, but jazz is for people who have no morality and duty to creativity, really. Because if they did, they would try to create a child, not just have sex, meaningless sex. That's all jazz is. It's meaningless sex. They're not really trying to create a song. They're just, I used to call it musical masturbation. That was what I called jazz music, because that's all you're doing. And if you can get through a song and throw some wild stuff in there and get to the end and everybody likes it, you feel like you've accomplished something because you were able to kind of run free and end up back where you were supposed to be in time. It's kind of like musical chairs. Everybody just runs around the chairs and then they try to sit down at the same time and hopefully not have somebody still standing up, except the lead singer who's, man, I gotta tell you, I don't want to get into somebody and make some hurt some people's feelings if I give you too many details. But anyway, I'm really, really excited about the fact I'm declining the chance once again to be a session player, and I'm really feeling good about it. Yeah, I love my music. I do. I love all of it. And if my music wouldn't be what it is, if I had this other logic, if I had this session player logic, it would not be what it is. I would not write it the way it is, and I would not write it for the purposes and mix it and the sound. I wouldn't find the same contentment in it because I'm not judging it by how much money I make off it. I'm judging it by my creative ideals, like a painting. How much did that painting represent the vision in my mind? And that's what a song is. It's a representation of a vision, an experience, and an expression, and a kind of a consciousness, and sometimes a summary, to lead you to somewhere. You go through it and you want to end up at some place. And so as a musician, you're trying to create that whole event of experiencing something and going through it and ending up somewhere, and you're sharing that with them, because not everybody ends up in the same place, in the same experience. So each musician has their own perspective of how they deal with those events, and they shouldn't be trying to live their life the way they think somebody else is. You gotta live it your own way, and that's what I'm doing. I'm living my life my way, and that's what makes it so unique and so vital and wonderful. Because God, all the parts of my life that I'm disgusted with are the parts that, unfortunately, I was working for other people, listening to other people, or doing what other people said was the right thing for me to do. So, it's nice to be right, but unfortunately, I let other people steer me wrong.